Okay, so that was the end of this turn, and let's go on. Move the event track again, and again the fire spreads. So this time, if we roll a 3, we are in trouble. Let's see. That is another 1. So that is possible. So the fire moves again. It moves up into that corner room, and we got to place another burn marker inside that room. Oh gosh. And well, actually these 2 zombies now also die. And then this special marker is removed. And I'm not absolutely sure now what happens here. I don't think that we will remove these zombie markers, but because we cannot flip them, we can also don't kill the zombies in that room. So I think that simply nothing happens in there. So yeah, I think basically that nothing actually happens to these zombie markers because of the fire. And now we have to replace these cubes here, the turn tracker. So that's a problem. That stupid Bruce is away from the group, which is a problem because then he could not give his actions to Nina. She's the only one with a weapon. I should have considered that earlier on. Anyway, okay. And then we got to do the camera checks now, and we got 3 people in this room and 1 person in that room. So let's start with this one. And okay, we were lucky here, nothing happened. And now for Bruce. Oh, come on. Yeah, of course he triggered the terror die. And this is a zombie horde in a room close by. Okay, I guess it has to be in an adjacent room, so I guess I'm gonna place them here. Let's see first how many there are. 6 zombies. Oh fuck. Okay, that's a big problem now. Yeah. Okay, now this is not looking good anymore. If it ever did, now it's really over. I'm afraid. So I could place the zombies here, but if I do that, it's a problem because after this group then acted, they would all move in here and attack Bruce, and that's probably a very bad time for Bruce then. So I guess I'm gonna place the zombies in here. Okay. Yeah, here they are. At least I can use my baseball bat again when fighting them. Okay. So, wonderful. And then we have to spawn even more zombies as part of step number 4. That's a 4 and a 1. And that would be the lab. So actually it's not possible to spawn them in here now, so we have to find another place for them. First, let's see what we got here. 4 zombies. Okay. And I think... Oh damn, I shouldn't have done that. I gotta yeah. Because I wanted to spawn them here, so I'm gonna shuffle this token back in. Okay, so they're now in here, and yeah, that's then the end of the upkeep phase, and now we can try to attack that bird. So, Bunny, she uses her combat knife and she rolls 3 dice. Oh, that's okay. This is a success, and that allows us to place another marker here on the head of the bird. So now it cannot bite anymore, which is definitely good. And then the bird is pushed away too. So we can now place it down here, for example. Okay, and so this now allows us so actually that was Nina, that was not Bunny. But this would allow us now to we have 2 options now. We could either move in here, try to search that room. That's probably what we're gonna do. We could also move down here, try to kill a few zombies with Bunny Van Camp and Nina Argento. But I'm not so sure if this is such a great idea, actually. They don't have too many actions left if we do that right now. So I guess Nina, Bunny, and Lucy, they will all move into this room here. And they are gonna try to search that room then. And Nina will also heal. She will heal Bunny. So that's 1 space. And Lucy is gonna use her action to search that room. And still it's the same problem. If we need to find some white items to unlock that code. If we don't manage to do that, it's gone. So let's roll the die. Oh man, nothing happened here, and actually we rolled doubles, so we have to roll the terror die once again. And the fire spreads, great. So let's see what the fire does. That is a 1, so it would move up again, which is not possible. So we place another burn marker in here, which is pretty bad, obviously. But we can search a second time, and because Lucy had 1 action left, so let's try it again. Yeah, great. Again, a mistake. So we have to roll the terror die again. Oh man. And more zombies appear. Oh my god. Okay, luckily in this case we can again place the zombies in this room. So it's a real hell there. It reminds me on the barn in The Walking Dead where all these zombies were in that room. So yeah, that's basically how it might look in there. So we better don't open this door. That's probably a pretty bad idea. Okay, so excuse me. that was now the action of this team. And now creatures activated, and it moves in here. So that means now that there is an attack of the creature, and it has 2 attack dice left. And we can try to defend ourselves with 4 dice. And that was at least 1 success. So I think, well, that's pretty risky now. I'm not sure what to do here, because yeah, both is pretty bad. Damn. Sure. Okay, I think I'm gonna cancel that. I'm gonna cancel this die here. No, I won't. I will cancel this die, which entraps a hero, because it's a special ability of the creature. And instead I'm gonna take that fear die, and that means that I have to run away. And oh man, that's a pretty bad situation. I forgot that there are more zombies down here. Oh my god. So, oh gosh. So I'm gonna run in here with 1 person, and this is gonna be Lucy, I guess. And then she's allowed to flip this marker here, and that is red and yellow. Well, that's not so bad. That is probably 1 marker that we might need to unlock that door, but there is not much hope left now. So now we have to activate the zombies, and this is a pretty bad situation now, because, well, first of all these guys are triggered, and they move in here. So here we go. And then these would be triggered, but they don't move because they are not closer. And this guy also doesn't move because it won't move through fire. But these, they actually do move 2 spaces now. And that means now that we have to flip them. Oh, 6. Well, that's nice. And 2 more. So 8 zombies here. That's just great. So, okay. It's gonna be a little crowded now here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, fabulous. Here we go, and another 4. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it then. But it's not over yet. So we have now, the point is that the zombies can never attack with more than 6 die. That's the maximum number they can attack with. So let's see what we got. A lot. Okay, and we can now roll 2 dice to defend ourselves. And that's at least 1 success. So I guess I'm gonna take one in... what the heck. I'm gonna take one entrap marker and gonna eliminate that. And then I get a virus token and I will place that on... Well, I don't know, because if I do that... Well, maybe I shouldn't do it. No, I think I'm gonna... Nah, yeah, it's over now. I don't know. Oh man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna place a virus token on Bunny Van Camp. So she is now infected. Poor Bunny. Then we have one entrap marker, and we're also gonna place that on Bunny. So at least I want to keep Linda alive. Maybe she finds a chance to run away or something. And on the other hand, I don't know, maybe I should place it... Bunny is much better in fighting zombies with her baseball bat. Damn, I don't know. And she's got that great ability here. I don't know. But Nina can heal. So that's really hard to say now. I could also say, okay, I give this to Nina. Okay, I'll let Nina die. She's gonna be the one who dies. So, and then also Nina ends here with the entrapped marker. And then Nina takes 5 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's pretty much it now. And I'm afraid we have to leave her there with all the zombies. It's probably the best we can do. Whew. Pretty painful. Yeah. So I'm actually wondering, I think I should go on because I got the feeling that this is over pretty soon. Yeah, well actually I forgot the fire spreads. So that means that, yeah, the game can be over now really pretty soon. Let's see, let's roll the 4-sided die now. And that is a 3. And that means that it moves down now. So we have now another burn marker in this room. And well, that's actually not even the end of this glorious turn, because this was just the end of their actions, and now it's him, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's fantastic. So what is he gonna do now? Not so much, I'm afraid. I mean, you could stay there and I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, that's probably the best he can do. If he simply stays there, then at least that means that the zombies are not activated because they're not adjacent. So yeah, that's probably all he can do right now. Okay, so he stays there, and that's it. And then again, it's now the second thing. The creature is activated, because there it doesn't matter if it's adjacent or not. So it will attack with 2 die. And that's a fear and another entrapped marker. And that is pretty bad now, because, well, we can try to defend ourselves, of course, with 2 dice. And no. So the bad part is now that God, Bunny is also entrapped. Well, at least thematically it fits. They now really... And we cannot use the fear icon, which would allow them to leave, because they're entrapped. And entrapped always is first. So, yeah, I mean, this is all over now. By the way, if a player is eliminated, the darkness track moves further on. So, okay. And then again the fire spreads. And that is another 3. And this is pretty bad now, because this means it moves down here again. And that would add another burn marker here. So that would be burn marker number 3. And that means that this room is destroyed. The camera, of course, is also destroyed, which gives me some feeling of a late victory, some kind of revenge here. But the room is gone. And we still can enter this room. Cost us 3 life points. And the problem now is that the marker moves on. And now yeah. So this is now well, that's basically it. Okay, so it's now the last turn, and we move this. So we got to move the threat track now. It enters number 5, and so we now got exactly 1 round left to win this, which will be probably not the case, because we didn't even manage to open a single door. So, what exactly does that mean now? It means that, well, we can place him here, we can place her right here, and these 2 guys will be placed here. And, well, then we have to roll for camera checks, but this, well, this actually will happen because of this camera. So we have 2 here in that room. And yeah, it's a failure, so we got to roll the terror die once again. And there are gonna be more zombies, so simply gonna place more in here. And then we got to roll for this room here. And nothing happens here. Okay, and then we got to spawn more zombies. Great. That's a 3 and a 4, so this will be actually here. 3. Okay, here we go. So, okay, and then we got our action. And it's Bruce Romero, and there's basically nothing he can do because he doesn't have a weapon. Yeah, I mean, he cannot run away. I don't know. I mean, he can make some suicidal attempt to attack the zombies here. Whatever. And that was his first action. And then he can roll 2 dice all together. Well, 1 for each action. So number 1. That was a failure. And number 2. And that's a retreat icon. Oh, that's at least something. So he moves... yeah, I don't know. I mean, doesn't really matter. Probably moves down here. Okay. And then zombies are activated. And, well, now all the adjacent zombies, these don't move away. They stay where they are because there are survivors in here. But these are actually activated. And they're gonna try to slaughter Bruce now. And yeah, it's a pretty heavy roll for him. So we have 1 defense roll. Nope. So he takes 4 wounds and he's entrapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in addition, he's now also entrapped. So that's really a terrible fortune for our survivors here. Okay. And then it's yeah, I mean, she's somewhere between a destroyed room and a horde of zombies. The others are all gonna be killed, eaten alive. Fantastic. And then we have, well, yeah, zombies are activated. So, and all the adjacent zombies are activated. So that means first now these, well, they actually did their attack. And then now these are also activated. They don't move away. But I think they will actually attack because they are activated. So, because they're adjacent. So that means we roll again 6 dice. And yeah, we can roll 2 dice in defense here. So that's at least 1 success. That allows us to, well, probably remove that heavy damage here. So we take 3 wounds and, gosh. Okay, and in addition we have now this problem with the reinforcement. With this reinforcement here, I'm not absolutely sure how that works. I think these zombies are not drawn to this group. I think they will not move away from survivors. Thematically, I think that doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, they are attacking this guy, so they'll probably not move away again. So I think I can ignore this reinforcement thing. I can ignore this panic thing because they are both entrapped. So we will take 3 wounds altogether. So that's, let's say 2 for her and 1 for him. Okay. So then it's her. It's loose. No, the fire is actually spreading. So let's see what happens here. That is a 2, and that means the fire now enters this room here. And now Lucy, she also takes another wound. No, that's not true actually. I think she only takes a wound if she's during the fire spreads marker in the space. And by the way, that burn marker applies to both rooms if it is here on a space with 2 rooms. So, man. Okay, anyway, I think there's nothing I can do. Whatever. I mean, I can move into the destroyed room or I can move into the horde of zombies. Maybe it's even better to move into the destroyed room because that would not activate these guys. So I think I move in here for 1 action. Then I'm taking 1, 2, 3 hit points. And I can actually now flip this horde here. Oh, 6, nice, and 1. So we got 7 in here. Okay, so here we go, and Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay there. I mean, why not? It's nice. I'm not sure if I take 3 actually because of the gas masks. Okay, so actually I don't think I take a damage when entering this room because of my gas mask. But, 1, 2, 3. But when I'm staying there, I would take a damage in the fire spread phase. So right now it's not too bad, but in the next turn then, yeah. Okay, so now we come to the zombie activation. So these zombies would be activated, but they don't enter a destroyed room. So in this case nothing happens. And this guy would also be activated, but they don't enter burning rooms. So again, nothing happens. And then the fire spreads, and that means that 2 zombies here are killed. And let's see what the fire actually does, where it moves. That is another 3. So it goes down here, and we place a burnt marker in this room. So, and then it's these 2, and they're both entrapped, so all they can do is they can't fight, try to free themselves. So they each roll a die now, and if they manage to roll this symbol, they manage to free themselves. And start with Bunny Van Camp. Whoa, she did! That's pretty awesome. So she now has 2 more actions left, and then I'll try Nina. And she also did. Whoa, they're still trying to fight back here. But actually, what I forgot, I was a little too optimistic here. The creature was always activated. So I'm gonna roll for the activation of the creature when it was Bruce Romero's turn, and the creature will attack these two survivors with 2 attack points. So, okay, we can defend ourselves. No. So we take 2 wounds and a bite, and that's so Bunny now has to take that bite. There's no way I can avoid that. And actually I think I forgot the zombification here during the last turn of Nina Argento. Yeah, I think I forgot that. So I got to correct that too. I'm going to do this right now. We got to place a gray marker here on this space. And now every space during the zombification phase, gray marker moves 1 step closer here. And every unlocked ability will get lost if the gray marker moves on it, and if the gray marker ends up here, the character is a zombie. So now she also takes a virus token, and that also means that she has to give away an item, because she can only carry 5 items, and virus tokens count as items, so she's gonna give away that laser sight now. Okay, and then there's gonna be 2 more hit points of the creature. Sorry, it's getting now a little confused. This is basically the correction now of the creature's activation during the phase of Bruce Romero. So we got 2 hit points here, and I would suggest that, well, what the heck, probably she takes that. And then it's we have another creature activation phase for Lucy's action, and we got to roll here again. Okay, here we go, and these are our defense dice, so that's a success. That was good. We can cancel that. And that is of no use because It simply means that the character which were already entrapped are entrapped a second time. And now we managed to free ourselves, and that means now that Bunny has 2 actions left, and she can use her first action to kill some zombies. Well, that's at least something. She managed to kill 2 of them. And yeah, I guess I could retreat now, but doesn't really matter. So we're gonna do a second attack. Well, that's pretty cool at least. I mean, 3 zombies. And that's another knockdown. So that was not too bad. She's really a raging cheerleader now. And, well, Nina Argento, she has 1 action left, I think. So, although I'm not sure. I don't know really. Yeah, I think these reduced actions only apply in the next turn when you place your cubes here. So for now I think she would have 1 action left. She's gonna use a combat knife, and maybe she can manage to kill also a few more zombies. Well, that was pretty cool actually, because she could kill 1 zombie and the guy that is lying there too. And by the way, Bunny would gain a few experience points. 1, 2, 3. I think she killed about 4 or so. So she could kill that zombie, which gives her an experience point. And I think she will then give the other hit point 3 to the bird to avoid this special attack here. Okay, and then again the zombies will be activated. So first of all, it's here in this room. Bruce will be attacked by 3 zombies. Oh gosh, that's it, huh? Can roll a defense die. Well, that's at least 1 success. But anyway, he takes 3 damage, and that's it then. He's eliminated, killed, and that means that this track would be moved here. But anyway, it's the end of the round now, so the game is over anyway, so whatever. That's it. We're done here. That was a pretty bad ending, actually. I wasn't expected to go that far, but I made that mistake that I missed these 2 tokens here when I entered this room. Then they came up here, 8 more, and I was so unlucky. I've drawn twice this. I've drawn a 6 here, a 6 zombie marker, so whatever. Wasn't really my game here. Okay, so let me say a few words about this game now. The components are just really great. There is absolutely no doubt about it. The tiles are really thick. No warping problems here. Also the markers, very high quality, really good. I like these glow-in-the-dark dice. I think they look very cool. And the cards are also of a very good quality. So that's all fine. A little problem are the zombies. To be honest, I was a little disappointed here. Well, basically you get tons of these zombies, especially if you got the Kickstarter. But to be honest, you don't really need that many. I mean, you've seen that. I was not really lucky. Still, usually there are not more than, I don't know, maybe 20 zombies on the boards. And there might be about 60 or something. I'm not sure, something like that. So basically, you don't need all these zombies. And there are probably about 4 different models or so. But as you can see, they are actually pretty small. And not so detailed, actually. Yeah, you can see it here. It's not bad, but it's not really overwhelming. Maybe I can give you a comparison, just a second here. Okay, so let me show you a comparison here. Maybe that's interesting. So these are the zombies from Darker Darkest. And they are actually pretty detailed. Now if I take a closer look here, it's not that bad. And these are the zombies from Zombies. So I think if you place them next to each other, you can see the ones from Zombies don't have the same quality. I think that's pretty clear now. They're a little smaller and they're not that detailed. But if we take the zombies from Zombicide in comparison, you can see they are much bigger. And the detail is definitely good. Basically maybe the same, I'm not sure. And then we got these zombies here from Last Night on Earth. They're also definitely bigger, and actually I think they might be the best concerning the detail. I think they might be the most beautiful ones. But that's only my personal opinion. So in general, I think the size of the miniatures is maybe a little bit disappointing, and also the look of the survivors is not exactly very detailed, and I don't know, they're not really overwhelming. That's what I think. And well, I thought that an advantage of this might be that it's because of the scale. So the tiles are not so big. So I thought, hey, maybe that's the reason they wanted to do the miniatures in the right scale to the tiles and to the furniture of the house. So well, actually what I did is I placed a miniature here in the bathtub, and you see it's not the right scale actually. It's more a child or so. So this is probably not the reason they did that. Still, I think it's better to have a room, if there are about 10 zombies or so, the room is crowded, and if you have a room where, I don't know, there are like 6 or 7 people all together, it's good if it's not completely full. So it might be an advantage that the survivors and the miniatures are not so big, but on the other hand, you could simply say, well, they could have made the tiles larger, for example, like they did in Zombicide, where there are much bigger tiles. But I mean, this is really, I think this is not such a big deal overall. On the other hand, we're talking about a game which is really pretty expensive, so basically you can expect the high quality components. What I find actually a little disappointing are some misprints. not so much that one. I mean, you have a few misprints in the rules, and so that's not good, but that's not so terrible. But that one is not good. There shouldn't be any misprints on these character sheets or so. And for example, that is really annoying. That they swap the speed and the attack value. So this guy only has a speed of 2 and an attack value of 4. And I thought that was really pretty bad. I played that actually wrong in the game, I think, but somebody told me this now in a comment. And now that I think about it, I'm still not sure if it's true, because somebody else said it's an attack value of 3. So I have to verify that. So you can see this is not exactly what I expected. I mean, at least these misprints should not be there. Another problem are actually the rules. I think in general the rules are okay. I mean, they're not a disaster. Like, for example, in Robinson Crusoe, or in, I don't know, in the Apocalypse, for example. That was really ridiculous. The rules in the Apocalypse, you could absolutely forget these rules. But I mean, just after a few days, you have about 8 pages of these frequently asked questions. And we got here about, I don't know, 60, 70, something like that. So, problem is, I mean, there are obviously problems with the rules. It's not my own... It's not my own problem. It's not only me that who has problems with these things, but there are obviously many people who have problems. There are actually a few misprints, and in addition, some things are not exactly clear. Even after the frequently asked questions, I think there should be some things. For example, one main issue is for me the zombie activation. I simply don't get that. I mean, there is the basic rule is zombies are activated if they are adjacent. Fine. They move 2 spaces. Fine. But the basic idea is they are only activated if they are not further away after their movement from the survivors that triggered them. But it seems to me that the range, and that's also written like this in the rules, that the range is measured in the steps, simply the distance the zombies have to move to the survivors. So, and because the zombies move always the shortest way to the survivors, they can never be further away after being activated. It's simply not possible because they move closer. So I don't get that rule. I simply don't understand it. Why should there be a situation when they don't be activated? I don't know. Because, I mean, when they don't be activated because they're further away. I simply don't understand that point. I simply don't get it. It's not, I think it's not the fact that if you move from here, let's say, to here, then you are 2 spaces away or something like that. Because it's counted in the step this guy actually moves. And not in the real range. So I don't get that rule, and that might be important, but I don't know. Another thing is that point with the items and the slots, and why some weapons have 2 hands and others have only 1 hand. That makes not too much sense to me, because You can only use one weapon. So there is not the possibility to use two one-handed weapons anyway. So why do these happen? You know what I mean. I simply don't get it. I mean, it's clear you have only 5 slots. That's it. So, yeah, don't understand that. Another problem I had was actually if zombies move and there are already zombies in the same space, then and another zombie is arriving and then attacking, do you have 2 attacks or do you have just 1 attack? Can you defend once or twice? Does the second zombie that arrives attack as a single zombie or with the horde? Well, actually now I've heard that he will attack with the horde, but these are things that are not really clear when reading the rules. At least that's my opinion. And there are many other people who had that problem too. So this is definitely a point of criticism here. There should be more rules, maybe more examples. I hope they come up with something here in the next week to make it a little easier for people to understand that. What I really like about this game is it feels very thematic. That is really cool. I mean, you try to sneak through that house, and there are the cameras, and the more people there are in a room, the higher the risk is that that the cameras can see you, or the more people are searching, the higher the risk is that you make some noise. But on the other hand, it's also more likely that you will find something, or the fact that there's so much going on. I mean, you have all these zombies appearing. You have the fire starting, and then it spreads, and you can have this radioactive variant where there is a reactor that can blow up, and you have the creatures. So there are really many interesting things going on here. And that's just, I mean, you're always, you never have time to relax, and you always try to solve any problem. And that's kind of cool. But the big problem for me is it's a very luck-based game. And I think you've seen that in my playthrough. And I've also had these problems in the other playthroughs. You can try to plan a nice action, but if you're rolling bad, you don't have any chance. If the camera checks go wrong, you're in big trouble. If you draw the wrong, if you draw bad zombie markers in the wrong moment, there's nothing you can do. You have 6 zombies in your space right away or something. Then you're in big trouble. Or if you spawn zombies around you, just bad luck. Nothing you can do about it. And also, if you start with if you do a random configuration of the building, it can be pretty painful. Of course, you can do it the way you want it, but still, sometimes it's just so much bad luck. Same here, if you draw the wrong items, you simply don't have a chance. I mean, here, I was really fighting hard, and I searched a few rooms and was able to get some items, but I didn't manage to get at least one white item, so I was so damn unlucky here. Or, I don't know, I mean, you enter these lurking rooms, you roll die, roll wrong, and you got a creature, and so on. So there should be a point, in my opinion, when things get too painful, that there is a mechanic in the game that stops, that things can get completely out of control. There is actually one mechanic that I like, that is a little helpful, and that is, if there is a lot of fire in the house, the point is that the zombies don't move through the fire. So that is actually this can help you then. But still, I think there should be something else. I don't know what it could be, but I cannot tell. I simply don't know it. Because the problem is, if you're doing bad, you can pretty soon you come into a point where you cannot stop it. It's getting worse and worse and worse. You're doing bad, you're getting wounded, your heroes can have less actions. So you're doing even worse, which means that your heroes have even less actions. And then after, your heroes might get a virus token, which means you can't carry that many weapons. And then you're zombified, which means you lose more abilities. So if something bad happens, it's always getting worse. That's what usually happens. And it's kind of a runaway effect here. At least it seems like that to me. Same thing if you are attacked by a horde of zombies, you're entrapped and you lose all but one action point. And you have to use that action point to get free again, which is extremely hard. So there are many of these effects which make it really painful if you're unlucky, and which make you feel that the balance of this game just goes over the edge. And if you are somewhere in the middle, this can actually happen already somewhere in the middle of the game, where you see, I don't think I can win this anymore. I mean, at the point where I wasn't able to find here the white item, it was pretty much over. I mean, that was the point where the game was basically done. Still, you got to play another hour to just know it that you've lost. And there should be some miraculous way to win, or something, some option, something crazy that you still can do. That would be great, I think. But here, I think most of the time, at least that's what I experienced in the games I did. Maybe I wasn't playing good enough or something. Maybe I should use some easier variants. That is possible. You can't tweak the difficulty of the game. But most of the time, when I played this game, it was pretty sure somewhere around the middle of the game. Once actually at the beginning already, but most of the time it was pretty sure during the middle of the game that this is over, that I cannot win this. And still, because it's a very long game, you still have to play about, I don't know, half an hour or so, just to see how you terribly lose. And this is not exactly funny. Anyway, I mean, I was pretty much, I was criticizing a lot now, and that's not fair. This is definitely one of my best zombie games, and it's probably one of my best games. Maybe not the top 5, but it might be in the top 10. I'm not sure about that, but it's really a very, very good game. It's amazingly thematic. It tells a great story. It's brutal. You can play it perfectly solitaire. It's just, the rules are not clear, but I think they can fix that. And it's unbelievable hard. So you need a very high tolerance against frustration here, because it's so luck based. But maybe in the next game I could remove, for example, a few of the 5 and 6 zombies, and so that makes things already easier. This is one of the suggestions here in the rulebook. So it is possible to make things easier. Okay, great game. Hope to see you in one of my next videos. Until then, bye.